Universal Awakening presents.
The only thing that takes you away from peace is believing in the idea that something is bad. That's it.
Your true nature is one of peace and happiness. A happiness that doesn't even need a story. And a joy, a wisdom, a lightness of being, spontaneity, freshness, fearlessness. This is your true nature.
For a moment, be unfixable. And in the willingness to be that completely without moving against it or toward it or away from it, you discover that even in that there's this core of wonder and beauty and truth.
It's not that you never have a challenging experience or emotion. It's that they all happen within this space of absolute okayness. Another paradox, right? That conflict can happen within a psychological space of peace. Now there's a paradox for you.
The search for God cannot come from a place of escapism, cannot be fueled by a desire to run away from life. It cannot be fueled by the feeling of my life sucks and I want to go get this thing called enlightenment so I can fix my off life. No, the spiritual search begins by first recognizing how fortunate you already are and how much of God's blessings are already showered upon you.
There's nothing wrong with wanting when it's a natural impulse. That natural impulse may be the wanting to quench thirst, or to satisfy belly, or to rest body. But when that wanting has become a psychological wanting, then we are no longer responding to life from our innate naturalness, from our innate intelligence. And so that wanting is never satisfied. It may be satisfied momentarily, but then the black hole of dissatisfaction reveals itself very quickly, and we're off on the trajectory of wanting again. And I'm particularly speaking this morning about the wanting to feel differently to how we feel.
So there's a feeling here. What is it? Where is it? How do I know it's bad? I don't like it. Who doesn't like it? That's a thought. The reason why there's dislike is because we first believe that it means something bad about us. But it doesn't.
True acceptance is not an activity of the mind. It is the nature of awareness. True acceptance is not something we can do or practice with our minds. We have to see, go behind the mind to discover the awareness that is behind the mind, that its nature is already accepting. That is, its nature is already open, without resistance.
The mind spins off into the past or into the future. You know, it starts going off into regret, rewinding the movie. I wish that had been different. That's one way to abandon yourself. These are ways to abandon yourself. In the moment where you need your own love more than ever, we abandon ourselves by going off into the past or going off into the future, trying to and this is all, I speak from experience, I've learned more than anything from breakups and heartbreak. I mean, heartbreaks and disappointments have been my greatest teachers. Loneliness is not the experience of missing someone else. Loneliness is the experience of missing yourself.
Great scientists write books about the mysteries of the universe. And the amazing thing is, many of these books, very good books, fail to mention one word. The one word that's not mentioned is consciousness, which is the most fundamental mystery, the fact that the universe is conscious. That is the most amazing miracle. How do I know that the universe is conscious? Well, I am conscious. You are conscious. The universe is conscious in us. The universe is experiencing itself for a brief moment as a human being. It's also experiencing itself for brief moments as a plant or an animal. And that's an amazing thing.
I show you, I don't say go, I say come, look with me and prove with me your original self. It is not a fantasy, it is not a spiritual fantasy, it is not escapism, it is the most real. Everything else in this planet will vanish except what I'm speaking with you, the truth of it. You have to be cured of this mistake you're making in holding on to this identity that you're merely flesh and blood. You're that too, but you're not that mostly. It's time to grow up. Don't just grow old. So take courage and listen with your heart when I tell you. Follow my pointings, because what I say now with such conviction, you yourself will be able to speak with the authority of your own experience. I'm not asking you to believe. Believe, trust, this is okay, but it must be proven. And I'm telling you, I'm here to prove it to you and prove it as you. And you hold back stingily when you say you want to realize the most important thing in the world, but you offer so little of yourself. You must have the courage to stand up and to say, I'm here for this, Muji, all the way.
I'm here. I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, like that. I am that.